Hey guys, welcome back to Chef Carolyn Cooks. Today I'm having my aunt over, Auntie Marva, to share her special mac and cheese recipe with us.
Hello guys, I am Aunt Marva and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you Carolyn for inviting me.
We're doing the special mac and cheese today with Auntie Marva. The only twist I'm doing to her mac and cheese, we're gonna do lobster and shrimp mac and cheese. So Auntie Marva specializes in doing her roux, and so these are the ingredients we'll be using. We're gonna use penne pasta, breadcrumbs, flour because she's making her roux, butter. She has also a cheese sauce. She has whole milk. She has carnation milk. She has 3 cheeses in here. We have parmesan, mozzarella, and cheddar. And of course our shrimp and lobster. She seasons with chopped onions, pink Himalayan salt, and cinnamon powder with a touch of oil. So we're gonna be watching how Auntie Marva makes her mac and cheese.
Okay, I'm just gonna salt the pot, and this is pink Himalayan salt. It's really nice, and there you go. And
so you're preparing your water for your pasta.
The water for the pasta, yes.
Okay, awesome. So in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and season up the shrimp and the lobster. We're gonna roast the shrimp in the oven. This should have been medium size according to the package, but if you notice, it's on the small side. So I am not gonna be cutting these in half. So I'm gonna have Auntie Marva pour some olive oil in here for me. And some pink Himalayan salt and black pepper.
Okay. And this is like a little pinch, right?
Yeah, just put a little bit more. That's good. And black pepper.
Here's the black pepper.
And I'm gonna mix these up. Very simple. You put it in the oven on 375 for roughly 5 minutes. It's gonna cook off quickly because they're small. They're already clean and deveined, okay? What we've been waiting for, the star of the show, lobster tails. So we're gonna season these up with some pink Himalayan salt, black pepper, and some Old Bay seasoning.
Carolyn, I see that you've still got the shell on. What do you do? Do you steam it with the shell?
That's correct, Auntie. We're gonna be steaming these up with the shell and in the pot with a little bit of water. And then...
What's a little bit, like a quarter cup or a couple of teaspoons?
I will say about a quarter cup of water.
Oh, great.
Because we have 4 big ones here.
Yes.
And once it's finished steaming up, we're gonna slit the back of the shell and pull it apart and
roughly chop it?
Chop it up, roughly chop it. So that's what we're gonna do with these right now. And before you start working with your lobster tail, definitely clean it with some lemon or lime juice. Make sure you wash it off and dry because you don't want the acidity to sit on it. It will start to cook your meat. Okay?
So should I go ahead and start?
So yes, let's do that, Auntie.
This is the pink Himalayan salt.
That's good.
And this is the black pepper. This looks nice. And this is the Old Bay seasoning. This is amazing. Oh, this is good.
And we can take all of that.
All of it?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. And we're just gonna place it in the pot with a little bit of water.
Carolyn, so what are you doing now?
So I'm gonna be placing a little bit of water in here. And then we're gonna place the lobster tails in there. And let them steam up.
That's a nice pot.
Yeah, very nice. See, a little bit of water, guys. All right, we are back with the lobster tails. It has been roughly 7 to 8 minutes steaming, and this is what we're looking for. So we're gonna take it off, let it cool, and then we'll get to chopping. There you go. You see that, Auntie Marva?
Yeah, it looks really good. So you said you're gonna roughly chop it, right?
We're gonna roughly chop it.
Oh, nice. Great. It looks awesome.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So here is the shrimp. So we're gonna let it cool. Mix this up with our lobster and get going.
I'm going to take the lid off of the pot because Caroline is going to add
A little bit of oil.
To boil the pasta.
And your pasta.
And again, it's
Penne pasta, that's
Penne.
correct. Just to make sure everything is all mixed in there.
I'm going to place the cover back on. And how long is this going to boil for?
So we're gonna check it because we want it to be just al dente because it's gonna continue to cook up in the oven. So we're gonna look at it and check it back in another 8 minutes. So I'm gonna place these on the cutting board so they can cool off a bit more before we can cut into the shell. This is a nice big one here. Check that out. So let's drain the pasta now. Drain it, I should say. Nice and al dente.
How many minutes?
So this probably was roughly 10 minutes.
Carolyn did the pasta. She boiled the pasta, and if you can see, I mean, it's really looking good here right now. And of course, it's al dente. And what I'm going to do is pour some oil on it to kind of separate the pasta. Just a good squirt, and just mix it so that when you make your mac and cheese, it doesn't stick together because that's not what you want. Okay? So you just toss, and that's good. I'm going to make the roux, but before we do that, I just want to tell you that you need to preheat your oven. Put it on 375 because when you put your macaroni into the oven, you want to make sure it's hot, really hot. All right, so we're going to make the roux, and we've got 2 sticks of butter here. And what you do is you let this melt. Let the butter melt. Now, Karen, what do you have?
I have it on medium low.
Oh, good. That's great because when you're making the roux, you want to make sure that it's not too hot. The stove is not up to high because what will happen is when you put your flour with the butter, it will brown it.
Okay.
And you don't want that.
Okay. So this is for the roux?
Yes, this is the roux. And your roux is a basic white sauce with butter, flour, and milk.
Awesome.
And then after that, you can add anything, any seasoning.
Any flavors?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, whatever you want. But in this situation, we are making the roux for the mac and cheese.
Okay.
So the butter is melting. It's doing a good job. And if you look into the pot, I'm going to hold this right here. You can see what I'm using. I'm using a whisker, and this is very important because when you make a roux, you don't want lumps.
Okay, so that will smooth it out.
Yes. So you want to go ahead and melt it. So here is a whisk. This is a nice big whisk, Carolyn. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we're letting the butter melt. And remember, low heat, medium, sorry, so that you don't burn anything. Okay. Well, right now the butter is melted, as you can see, into the pot. And what we're going to do, Carolyn, is add the flour.
Okay.
Yes. Add the flour. I'm so honored to be cooking with Chef Extraordinaire.
Okay, Auntie Marva, that's pushing it, but thank you for coming out.
Pushing it, it's the truth. And if you see in the pot, what I'm doing is whisking to ensure that we don't have
any lumps. Awesome.
No lumps. And you just let this cook for a couple of minutes, really.
Right, to cook out the rawness of the flour.
Also, what you want to do is ensure that it's whisked in really good. Okay, you don't have to brown it or anything, just mix it in. And you're going to add the milk.
Okay. Slowly?
Add the milk, yes. Carolyn, how many cups of milk?
We have 4 cups of milk here, whole cream. And I guess they can use
2%?
Or even heavy cream, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that would just make it a little heavier.
Very rich.
Yeah, very rich.
Yeah.
Because that's what I tend to use is the heavy cream.
Oh, okay.
But this is good to know.
Yeah, this is good to know too, about the heavy cream. All right. Chef Carolyn added the milk. So what we've got in the pan here is 2 sticks of butter, a cup of flour, and we've got 4 cups of milk. And at this point, if you want to, you can increase the heat. That is fine.
Okay. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, you can increase the heat because that's
medium high or medium?
Medium high. Okay. And you continue to stir because I'll tell you what, this is what makes a perfect roux.
Okay, so it has to thicken up a bit. You're looking for that consistency.
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay.
And also, mainly, you want to make sure that no lumps are formed in here.
Okay.
And we will certainly not have any lumps.
Not smooth batter.
It sure is. It sure is.
Nice.
So I just go ahead and continue to do this for the next 3 or so minutes.
Okay. So we have 1 cup of evaporated milk, carnation milk, that she's adding to her mix. But I don't see you using any eggs. I make my mac and cheese with eggs.
Okay. Carolyn, that's fine if you do that. So Carolyn, it's fine. Some people would prefer not to put eggs in, or some people would prefer eggs and not have a roux. But I learned the old school way.
Which is the best way. So you were saying your roux is acting as the binding ingredient.
It sure is.
Okay, where I use my eggs as the binding ingredient.
Okay.
But every time I have your mac and cheese, it is the best. So that's why I want you to make this dish here today.
So I'm continuing to whisk to ensure that this roux does not have lumps in it. Okay?
So on top of your 4 cup of milk, you also added 1 cup of evaporated milk.
I sure did.
Okay, good.
All right, well, this is your roux and it's finished. And might I say that if you look into the pot, you'll see there is not 1 lump in here. And the reason being is because you stirred throughout the entire cooking process. And I would say in about 5 to 8 minutes the most. And everything is thickened and ready. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this from the heat. This is very important. When you finish making your roux, you never mix the cheese into the roux on a hot stove. You have to remove the pot from the heat because you're going to add your seasonings and the cheese. And if you put that in there, the cheese is going to cook and get rubbery.
Okay.
So you don't want that. We're going to move it from the heat. Okay.
So what's next, Auntie?
Okay, your roux is done. And as I said, I want to show you something. Do you see that?
Smooth.
All right. We're going to add the grated fresh
onion.
Yes.
Okay, we have about a half a cup.
Yes, and you're gonna mix this in here really nice, really good.
This is gonna be one flavorful mac and cheese.
Sure will. And you wanna add some the salt. Put a little bit of salt, yes.
Okay.
And this is
that's about 1 teaspoon.
This is fine.
Okay.
Pink Himalayan. And you want to add the
cinnamon powder.
Yes.
Cinnamon powder. So I've never added cinnamon powder to my
mac and cheese
before.
Oh, wow.
So this is new.
I mean, this is so.
A lot of new things for me today.
Can you put just a little bit more here of the cinnamon powder?
Okay, so that was like a quarter teaspoon. So you need a half a teaspoon.
Yes.
Okay.
This is fine. And now you're gonna add your cheese. Mix this very well. Add your cheese.
So are we doing the grated cheese?
No, you're gonna add
your
this
cheese sauce.
Cheese sauce.
So you're using a nacho cream sauce here, which is equivalent to like 12 ounces, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chef Carolyn.
Call me Carolyn.
Oh, you're a chef, and I have to respect that and address you properly. Correctly. Okay. And this is perfect. Now we're gonna put the cheese in. And what mix of cheese do you have there?
So we have 3 cheeses in here. We have Parmesan, mozzarella, and cheddar. Sharp.
Wonderful. All right. And there it is. All right. So
you want all of this?
No, I just want half of it.
Half of
so I can mix it in. Mixing is very important, guys. You don't want lumps. Remember that.
So do you keep more? Okay, because I just got to ask, do you use the other half to top your...
No.
So you basically put all in here?
Yeah, most of it. You just leave like a cup or so to because this is a very rich mac and cheese. This is awesome.
I know. Now, why I like mozzarella in my cheese, it gives it that stretchiness. Real cheesy mac and cheese.
A little bit more. A little bit more because you're going to have quite a bit left there. But if not, yeah,
I don't know what you're
fine.
using it for. So.
Okay, I'll tell you what we use it for in a minute. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And you make Chef Karen,
That
will
looks
you
so.
go? Okay, the chef has mixed all of the cheeses, everything, and I'm going to taste because you want to make sure that it's tasty. And we want to add a bit more salt, chef.
Okay, we can do that.
Yes, we need some salt in there.
So that is very important to taste your food.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Oh, this looks so good. So I'm definitely making that roux next time.
Go ahead. Get another taste. Yeah, I want to get another taste to make sure. Or you can taste on the back of your hand. Take a good set so you can tell how it is.
Real old school.
So Carolyn, wouldn't you like to taste?
Sure.
Please.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? All right.
It's really good. It's rich.
That's amazing. Great.
Wow.
All right. All right. All right. Now, we're gonna add the lobster and the shrimp
Yes.
that Chef Carolyn prepared earlier, and you can look at
So I
it.
chopped up my lobster, and this is the shrimp. It's so juicy, right? Auntie Marva, we had a taste.
It is. It was magnificent.
All right, we're gonna mix that all in.
All right. Chef, you're better than me at mixing, are you?
Sure, okay, let's see with that. See, as it sits and gets cold, if you don't work it fast enough, you start to see the stretch.
Yes.
So we want to work this in as quickly as possible. All right, so then we pour this over into the...
Yes, and I'll pour so you will mix.
You have to get all
Of course, every drop matters.
right. So good. Okay, Auntie Marva.
All right, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You need some gloves or muscles up in here. Oh my God, look at that. Guys, this is mac and cheese.
This is really awesome.
What do we do from here, Auntie?
You ready to pan out and put into your oven?
Awesome.
Yeah, just taste it though, chef. I know these newfangled chefs don't believe in tasting.
I taste
But
everything.
you have to taste because you want to make sure there's enough salt.
Oh my God, Auntie Marva, taste that. So I'm tasting a hint of sweetness, and I'm thinking it's coming from the onions. Right? Awesome. Okay, let's get it into the pan and get it into the oven. All right. You wanna pour it over, or you want me to lift?
Go ahead.
Okay, you pull it over, Auntie.
You're good at pulling over alcohol.
You sure? It's heavy.
Very strong.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot for the second pan. The other pan is a smaller pan.
Oh, okay.
You like it like this, Auntie?
Rough.
Rough. Okay. All right, that's it, guys. Okay, Auntie Marva. So we just took this out of the oven. You said you're gonna put a crumble on top. So what do we have here?
You have breadcrumbs and a mixture of the 3 cheeses.
Okay.
And you want to pour that in there.
I'll mix it together.
Mix it up. And then all you do is go ahead and sprinkle it, not thick. But just
Thin layer.
A thin layer on the top. There you go.
Like that?
Perfect, yes. You don't want it too thick at all. Just want it to be dry.
Ah. So I've never did a crumble on top.
Okay, what I do, just lightly. That is perfect. Just a little bit more, you finish. What I do to make it Yeah, Chef Karen, to make it a little bit more rich, I go ahead and put some pats of butter on top.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
So we can do that?
Yes.
Okay, let me get some butter. This was a great recipe, guys. I will be placing the recipe in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You should definitely give it a try for the holidays. So we're gonna put this back in the oven for an additional 10-15 minutes?
It's finished.
Just for the top to brown.
Just slightly brown. You don't want that, you know. You want the cheese to melt and then to get a little brown, and that's it. You're done.
All right.
Yep, your pasta is ready.
So this is it, the finished product.
Wow.
What do you want to say, Auntie?
I just want to say that it looks amazing, and I want to thank you for inviting me to come over and cook my recipe, my mac and cheese with a roux.
So are we ready to taste?
Absolutely.
All right, let's see. So it's a bit hot,
Yeah.
so it may fall apart, but we're gonna give it a little tasting. Oh my God, I can smell that. Oh, cheese. Look at that.
Wow.
Lobster and shrimp, mac and cheese, guys. Come on, let's give it a taste. Oh, thank you. Here you are. You see how it's still creamy on the inside? That is exactly what you're looking for. So it's not dried out. It's all cheese. Look at that stretch.
Wow.
What's this, Auntie?
Yes. Bon appetit.
Yeah, with a piece of shrimp in there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so hot.
Very good.
Very, very good.
Enough sauce and everything.
Real rich.
Very.
Oh wow. Just want to say thanks again to my aunt for coming out and sharing her recipe for the mac and cheese with a roux with me. Hope you guys enjoy.